Have you ever wondered about the events that shaped the world as we know it today? What about the Sasanian War, a conflict that changed the face of the Middle East and Central Asia? This war, a fierce conflict between the Sasanian Empire and the Arabs, played a significant role in shaping the course of history. Its battles and consequences were pivotal, leaving an indelible imprint on the region. Now let's dive into the depths of history and explore the pivotal moments of the Sasanian War. Our journey begins at the Battle of the Bridge in 634 AD. This battle marked a crucial point in the early stages of the Muslim conquest of Persia, taking place near the Euphrates River. The Arabs, driven by religious zeal and a desire for expanded territory and wealth, faced off against the mighty Sasanian army. However, they were not yet a match for the experienced and well-equipped Persian forces. The Arabs were defeated, but this was far from the end of their campaign. In fact, the Battle of the Bridge was a significant learning experience for the Arab forces. It exposed the gaps in their military strategies and tactics, and revealed the true strength of the Sasanian army. This defeat catalyzed a period of introspection and strategizing, leading to a refinement of their battle tactics. Despite the loss, the Battle of the Bridge was also a testament to the Arabs' tenacity and resilience. They did not let this setback deter them. Instead, they used it as a stepping stone to regroup, reorganize, and come back stronger. The Battle of the Bridge also highlighted the internal strife and weakness within the Sasanian Empire. The Sasanian state was grappling with economic hardship, land ownership issues, and less centralized control. These internal challenges, coupled with the external threat from the Arabs, put the Sasanian Empire on shaky ground. The Battle of the Bridge was a turning point, setting the stage for the subsequent battles that would eventually lead to the downfall of the Sasanian government. It was a testament to the power of resilience, strategic adaptation, and the relentless pursuit of a goal. Although the Arabs were defeated, the Battle of the Bridge laid the groundwork for a conflict that would change the course of history. It was a crucial learning experience that shaped the course of the Muslim conquest of Persia and marked the beginning of a series of events that would forever reshape the cultural and political landscape of the Middle East and Central Asia. 2 years later, the tables turned at the Battle of Qadisiyah in 636 AD. With the memory of their defeat at the Battle of the Bridge still fresh, the Arabs came prepared. The Sasanian Empire, underestimating the resolve of their adversaries, faced an unexpected challenge. The battle was fierce, a true testament to the courage and tenacity of two distinct cultures. The Sasanian forces, led by their general Rostam Farkhzad, were a formidable force, a reflection of the empire's military might. Yet, the Arabs, under the command of Sa'ad ibn Abi Waqqas, fought with a spirit fueled by a combination of religious zeal and a desire for territorial expansion. The Sasanians were heavily reliant on their elite cavalry, the Savaran. However, the Arabs had learned from their past encounters. They introduced a new strategy, using camels to disrupt the Savaran's charge. This tactic, unorthodox and unexpected, proved to be a game changer. The battle raged on for several days, but eventually the Sasanian forces suffered a critical defeat. The death of their general, Rostam, was a severe blow to the Sasanians' morale and command structure. The once invincible Sasanian army was left in disarray, their cohesion shattered. The outcome of the Battle of Qadisiyah was more than just a military victory. It represented a shift in power, a turning point in the war. The Sasanians had not just lost a battle, they had lost their stronghold. The capital, Ctesiphon, lay vulnerable, exposed to the advancing Arab forces. The walls that once stood as a symbol of the Sasanian Empire's strength were now a testament to its impending downfall. The Battle of Qadisiyah was a turning point, leaving the Sasanian capital vulnerable and setting the stage for the next phase of the war. The Arabs, once considered underdogs, had now emerged as a force to be reckoned with. The Sasanian Empire, once a beacon of power in the region, was on the brink of collapse. The winds of change were blowing, reshaping the landscape of the Middle East. In 637 AD, the tide of the war shifted dramatically with the conquest of Ctesiphon. The crown jewel of the Sasanian Empire, the capital city of Ctesiphon sat majestically on the banks of the Tigris River, a symbol of Persian power and the heart of their empire. The Arab forces, fueled by their zeal and strategic superiority, set their sights on this grand city. The Sasanians, still reeling from their defeat at Qadisiyah, found themselves in a precarious position, their capital vulnerable and their morale in tatters. The Arab forces, under the command of Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas, marched towards the city. Their approach was relentless and methodical, a testament to their strategic brilliance and unwavering resolve. The Sasanian army, although formidable, was no match for the Arabs' determination and tactical prowess. The city, once the epitome of Persian grandeur, fell to the Arabs. The Sasanian king Yazdegerd III fled, leaving his capital and empire in the hands of the invaders. The capture of Ctesiphon was a pivotal moment in the war, a severe blow to the Sasanian government, and a clear sign of the empire's impending downfall. The conquest of Ctesiphon marked a significant shift in the tides of power, not just in the context of the war, but also in the broader landscape of Middle Eastern history. The once mighty Sasanian Empire had been brought to its knees, its capital captured, its king on the run. The Arabs, once underdogs, now stood at the precipice of a new era of dominance and influence. Yet, the fall of Ctesiphon was not merely a military victory. It symbolized the triumph of the Arabs' religious zeal, their strategic genius, and their unyielding determination over the Sasanians' internal strife, economic hardship, and decaying central control. With the capture of Ctesiphon, the Sasanian Empire began to crumble, setting the stage for the final blow. The conquest of Ctesiphon was a turning point, a herald of the end of one era and the dawn of another. The Sasanian Empire was on the brink of collapse, and the Arab forces were poised for their final victory. The final blow came in 642 AD at the Battle of Nihawand. Also known as the Victory of Victories, this was the battle that spelled the end of any significant resistance from the once mighty Sasanian Empire. The events that unfolded at Nihawand were a culmination of the Muslims' relentless drive to conquer Persia, a journey that began with the Battle of the Bridge and saw pivotal moments like the Battle of Qadisiyah and the subsequent capture of Ctesiphon. Nihawand, located in modern-day Iran, was the stage for this decisive encounter. The Sasanian forces, despite their best efforts, were unable to match the strategic prowess and indomitable spirit of the Muslim forces. The battle was fierce, with both sides displaying valor and tactical acumen. However, the Sasanians, already weakened by previous defeats and internal strife, found themselves overwhelmed. The fall of Nihawand was the final nail in the coffin for the Sasanian Empire. The Muslim forces, driven by religious zeal and the desire for expanded territory, had effectively dismantled one of the most powerful empires of the time. The victory at Nihawand was not just a military triumph. It was a symbolic assertion of the rise of a new power in the region. The Battle of Nihawand was more than just the end of a war. It was a turning point in the history of the Middle East and Central Asia. The Sasanian Empire, which had stood as a bastion of Zoroastrian culture and Persian traditions, was now a part of the rapidly expanding Islamic world. The socio-religious landscape was gradually reshaped, with Islam becoming the dominant faith. Yet the legacy of the Sasanians did not completely fade away. Elements of their culture and traditions continued to exist, albeit within the broader framework of the Islamic world. In many ways, the Sasanian Empire lives on in the cultural tapestry of the modern Middle East and Central Asia. The Battle of Nihawand marked the end of the Sasanian resistance and the beginning of a new era in the Middle East and Central Asia. The Sasanian War was more than a series of battles. It was a conflict that reshaped the region and its culture. In the aftermath of the Sasanian War, the mighty Sasanian state crumbled. This was not merely due to the external pressure exerted by the Muslim conquests. Internal decay also played a significant role. Economic hardships, land ownership disputes, and a gradual decline in centralized control all contributed to the eventual downfall of the Sasanian Empire. What followed was a period of profound cultural and religious change. The socio-religious Zoroastrian traditions, once the backbone of the Sasanian society, began to fade. In its place, the teachings of Islam gradually took hold. It's important to note, however, that even amidst these sweeping changes, Zoroastrianism and other beliefs continued to be practiced to some extent. The loss of the Sasanian Empire marked a significant shift in the history and culture of the Middle East and Central Asia. An era of Persian dominance ended, giving way to a new Islamic civilization. This transformation had a lasting impact, influencing the region's language, art, architecture, and more, and continues to resonate in the present day. The Sasanian War was a significant chapter in history, the effects of which can still be seen today. It's a reminder of how events from the past continue to shape our present and future.